All right, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, man. It's your boy, and for today I wanted to give you guys a comparison between Spider-Man and Falcon, because of the fact that Spider-Man is absolutely amazing now. After almost 7 years of playing this game, you can actually use Spider-Man for absolutely anything you want to, PvP or PvE. However, now that he's entered the realm of the gods, a lot of you guys have been wondering, who's the top of the food chain? Is it Makari? Is it Spider-Man? Is it Falcon? Who is it? So today, we're going to compare Spider-Man to Falcon. Two amazing characters. Take nothing away from them. However, if I had to choose one, I would say pick up Spider-Man, because Spider-Man offers more PvP value. You can use him to kill sentries, Doctor Dooms, Hellas. Shit, you can even in some cases kill Wolverines if they don't have their 6-star artifacts. So do keep that in mind. But today we're looking at his PvE performance in World Boss Legend against Null and Mephisto, and seeing how he compares to Falcon. So let's jump into it. We're gonna be rocking him in the black suit because that is the best suit for PvE content. The red suit is only, I believe, about 15 to 20 seconds behind, so you can look at the times for the black suit and then just add 20 seconds on top, and you in most cases get the time for the red suit. Okay, I don't want to bore you guys with a 30-45 minute video, but I want to give you guys as much info as possible. Now, a funny thing I noticed after looking at my Spider-Man, right? Look at my Spider-Man's build. Let me just show you guys. This is the base kit for Spider-Man, right? So we have 1 strike, 2 strike, 3 strikes, 4 strike, and we have, what is this? A resist? It's called steel. The other one I believe is resist, the one that gives energy. Anyways, we have 5 Odin's blessings on him, and we have 4 strikes which give him double physical attack, and then we're also rocking with 8 physical attack Urus. Okay, look at Spider-Man's base physical attack. It's 38,000. Now look at Falcon's base physical attack. It's 40,000. However, look at his build, boys. He only has 2 Odin's blessings, and none of those are strikes. The strikes are very important because they give you double physical attack. So Falcon actually natively has higher attack stats than Spider-Man. I didn't notice until I went back and took off their uniforms. Now, if I put on his newest uniform, he jumps up to 47,000, and if I put on Spider-Man's newest uniform, he actually jumps up to like 55,000. Let me show you guys right here, which is kind of crazy, right? He goes from being a little bit weaker than Falcon to way stronger because of the fact that this is a synergy uniform, so he gets an additional 5% attack here. But I believe on top of that, they made this uniform slightly stronger than Falcon's uniform in terms of the physical attack. But physical attack isn't always everything. As long as your skills hit really, really hard and you have certain meta abilities, that will make you a top tier character. But I thought that was an interesting thing. Okay, so what we're gonna do today is look at Spider-Man's performance with a mighty CTP of destruction, because this is what you guys wanted to see. A lot of you guys on the stream said this is the CTP that you wanted to see him tested with against my Falcon. Now, my Falcon is using a regular CTP of energy, and I believe a regular CTP of energy is only a little bit behind a mighty CTP of destruction. But if you guys want me to do this comparison again and give Falcon a reforged CTP, let me know. But for now, this is how we're gonna do it, just because I find Falcon strong enough. And honestly, at high stages, I don't use Falcon as much as you guys would think, even though his damage output in some situations might actually be superior to Spider-Man. You're gonna see why in this video, because if you're pushing high levels, anybody who's pushed high levels against Mephisto, you'll know what the major weakness for Falcon is. So with that being said, let's take a look at the rest of the build. The uniforms are all mythic, and all of the uniform options are unlocked and at mythic as well. So don't have to worry about anything there. We're not losing any additional stats. We have the Urus in check. We could put some more physical attack on there to make him a little bit stronger, but realistically, that's not what we're missing. And also, you can see right here, pretty much everything is maxed out. The crit rate is not, but once we hit the 5th skill, which we always do, we're gonna get 35% critical rate for 10 seconds. And this is on an 8.5 second cooldown, so we can keep it up pretty much all the time, so no need to worry there. We're rocking with Power of Angry Hulk, and Spider-Man is rocking with the exact same thing as well. Mighty Destruction, Uniform, at mythic, and all the options are mythical as well, so nothing to really worry about there. And all of Spider-Man's stats are maxed out. Okay, so first test, stage 39 against Mephisto. Damage proc is very, very late. That's unfortunate. Okay, this time it's on time. Let's build up the beat down, or rather the strike. Okay, so that took us about 30 seconds. No, 40 seconds, something like that. Okay. We're gonna have to dodge this attack because otherwise he would kill us. Very good damage there. Let's have him fire this thing off the side. We're taking a bit of damage there, but can't really do too much about it. Let's just, I guess, have him go through his next phase. Oof. Tier 3 should be ready next time. Spider-Man, don't get caught. Thank you. Grab the third one. Jump back up for the fourth one. Stall a little bit so we can easily go around for the fifth one. Then we go here. 3, 4, 6, and then 5. And then we should easily push phase. Okay, so 2 minutes and, let's say 2 minutes and 3 seconds is what it took us to get him down to the final phase where he gets big and starts throwing a tantrum. Let's see how long it takes my Falcon. Now, the one major issue with Falcon is the length of his tier 3. A lot of times you'll get killed off in his tier 3 skill because of how long the animation is, and because Mephisto has iframe ignore, so he's not standing in place waiting around for you to finish your tier 3. Okay, could not use my force skill for some reason. Okay. He keeps moving out of range. Actually, it took about the same amount of time for both of them, but he keeps moving out of range and throwing off my rotation. So right here, I'm gonna let him do the same thing that I did for Spider-Man because he would otherwise kill my Falcon. And then we're gonna try go 3, 4, 5, 6. Oof. Might have to tag out. See? Yeah. Wow. If we didn't tag out, he would have died. So he's looking like he's as strong as Spider-Man, maybe even stronger because of the tier 3. I'm gonna have to like force him to go into his next phase. But the problem with Falcon now is he dies, bro. Like look at how much HP he has left, and I can't trigger his heal. I have to rely on him getting hit by something. Like the poison, I guess I could walk it. I could walk into the poison, dodge it, and activate his his passive to heal him, or I could walk into the poison, get hit by it, and then die. So I'm seeing that he could be stronger than Spider-Man, but him getting trapped in that long tier 3 is a liability that gets him killed off more often than not. That's what I'm seeing off cam, and on cam right here, you've seen that he went from full health to dead. I'm gonna run this back again and try and see if we can get down to the final phase there where Mephisto transformed. But whenever I run high stages with Falcon, that's what I notice. He gets trapped in his tier 3 and then he gets killed off. Can Falcon survive? On lower stages, he has so much damage that he just completely obliterates the boss before his survivability gets tested. But because of the fact that we're using him with White Fox, so he gets no damage reduction to supervillain damage, he takes a lot of damage. Again, this is not to say Falcon is a bad character and nothing like that. Okay. Okay, we didn't have to do this last time, so that's unfortunate. So I know some of you guys are gonna read into this and be like, oh, Falcon is bad. No, 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 no. Once you get to high stages, his survivability just can't keep up. Really? Yeah, so it took us a little bit longer there because of the fact that we had to go through. It's funny seeing John talk about people stealing his wins when he always has 100 wins. You can see his damage is definitely there. The only issue is his survivability at times. Oof. I'm gonna have to just tag here, use White Fox to trigger that rage phase from Mephisto, and then we're just gonna... Yeah, I think he's stronger than Spider-Man. Like, looking at this, I think he's stronger than Spider-Man. But... okay. But weaker in the sense that he dies faster. Because for Spider-Man, yeah, see? Like, even with us tagging out and stuff, he died. But even with us tagging out there, you can see that he would have blitzed through that thing faster than Spider-Man did. But would he have been alive long enough to complete the entire fight? Maybe if you're extremely skilled. But even then, guys, skill can only do so much. When you're trapped in a skill that you have no control over, like his tier 3, that is just really, really long, and the boss has iframe ignore, what can you do? Nothing. You either have to stand there and do as much damage as possible and hope he doesn't die, or you tag him out, interrupt your tier 3 skill, and lose all the damage that you built up to. So Falcon is very, very powerful, don't get it twisted, but his survivability really gets tested at high stages. Versus with Spider-Man, he moves around a lot in his 5th skill, so you can evade some of the attacks. And in addition to that, Spider-Man has multiple ways to heal himself, ways that you can control. Keep in mind that with Falcon, you're relying on getting hit and then dodging the hit in order to activate your tier 2 passive and then heal. Versus with Spider-Man, you have a passive that activates when your HP drops below 40%, that heals you, right? And then you also have another skill that heals you. I know some of you guys are going to be curious to see how Makari does against Spider-Man. Do keep in mind, in my opinion, I think Makari is way stronger for PvE content than Spider-Man. But she has a CTP of Rage right now, so I'll show you guys how she does. Also, the reason why I'm using White Fox over Icarus is because White Fox with the uniform is going to give me way more. We're going to get the 60% extra damage to supervillain types, which is really, really good. And then from her uniform bonus, we're going to get chain hit damage and all attacks. So this is just way, way better than having Icarus as a lead. And then from Cersei still being there, we get 30% all attack, and then we get some extra damage to supervillains, and we also get the debuff removal as well. So way more value going with this team. Showtime, boys. Let's go. Just remember, okay, she's getting guard broken. Just remember that this is a Rage Makari. And if she had an energy, she would be way better. But I use my Makari for ABX and squad battle. Okay, let's clutch up. Okay, so she's still about as fast as they are with a rage, while Spider-Man has a mighty destruction and Falcon has an energy. Okay, go in your cutscene. Wow, he's decided not to go in the cutscene. You're already below. What? He's trying to waste time. Do this, and then he's gonna interrupt me. Okay, get out of that. Interrupt me when I use my awakened skill rotation to cost me damage. Kill him, Makari. Kill this swamp donkey. Shout out to Jamie. Okay, so he interrupted me, but yeah, so Makari is faster or just as fast as they are with a rage when they have the superior world boss legend CTP. Okay, so we landed our first proc. Procced on the tier 3, which is really good. See, how long tier 3 isn't an issue when you're up against Null, because Null will stand around and wait for you. Mephisto won't. Like, he'll just slap you in your face and kill you off. I was really hoping to get to the 5 so we could get the tier 3 back up. Okay, and apparently Falcon re-triggered his proc, which sucks. I don't know, I guess the bombs from one of his kills triggered the proc early. Okay. Come on, there we go. Alright, so 353. I would say this could have been fast as maybe 359, maybe 4 minutes. So overall, not that bad of a time. Okay, let's find out how big of a gap there is between Spider-Man and Falcon. Let's go. Seems Falcon does less damage than Spider-Man on his normal rotation. Okay, I was trying to skip the cage like I did with Falcon. Unfortunately, I could not. Unfortunately, could not skip the cage again. Wow. So Spider-Man is faster? Really? Do I need to give Falcon a rematch? Because I'm shocked. But to be honest, it kind of makes sense because after all, we are using a reforged CTP on Spider-Man versus a regular CTP of energy on Falcon. But if we reforge the energy, I definitely think that this is going to push him to the next level and he's going to be far superior in terms of damage output when compared to Spider-Man. But at the end of the day, Spider-Man is still going to have superior survivability because of the fact that you have 2 ways to heal yourself. Your 4-star passive when your HP drops below 40%, and then your 4 skill, you heal 20% every 6 seconds. And you're always going to be using this because you want to get that 30% all attack buff. So ladies and gents, we're going to wrap it up right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you wanted me to include the red suit for Spider-Man. I thought about doing it, but I figured I don't want to make the video super long. Also, if you guys want to see my Makari build, just as a refresher, we did have a rage on her. So yeah, if we had a mighty destruction or a mighty energy, she would have blown those boys away, blow their back out. You know, they can't handle her. I'm telling you, she's a real demon when you give her a CTP of energy, mighty or otherwise.